So a few years ago, Disneyland had the cutest tie-dye Mickey shirt, and I regretted not buying it ever since because I looked for it everywhere for years. I even checked all of the thrift stores around Disneyland and nothing. After many years of procrastination, I finally tie-dyed my own shirt, and then I bought the stuff off Etsy and decided to finally make my own. It was surprisingly very easy to make. After placing the vinyl in the spot that you want it, you go over it with an iron, you hold the iron down in place, applying pressure to it for 10 to 15 seconds per section. After removing the film, you go over it one more time, repeating the process with the parchment paper. After that, your shirt's all good to go.
So today we're taking this abnormally shaped jacket and we're going to cut it into a crop and make it into a Minnie Mouse custom piece. First we're going to take the image and we're going to sew it onto the back of the jacket. And I also thought it would be cool to put some butterflies on the front for some nice detail. It turned out really good. We're also going to make a really cool attachment with this white chain and stainless steel hardware. After sewing some buckles and loops onto the jacket, we can attach the chain. Now if you don't like the chain, you can also take it off and wear it without. After a long time of distressing this whole jacket, we had a final piece. A true custom one-of-one vintage Minnie Mouse jacket. If you enjoyed this video, follow it for more upcycled fashion. We just found a vintage Mickey Mouse bedsheet at our local thrift shop, and the top comment said to make a bucket hat, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. First, we're gonna cut out all the pieces. Since these sheets are really thin, we're gonna line it with some white fabric to get some extra stability. Once we have the headband sewn together, it's time to attach the lid so that we can sew up the top half of the hat. Once we sew full circle, we have the top half completed. And our next step is to construct the brim of the hat. After sewing multiple pieces together, we end up with a disc. Now usually bucket hats have stitch lines going around the brim, so that's what we're creating right here. It looks a little something like this. Now we're going to sew these two together and we'll have a final product. A vintage Mickey Mouse bucket hat. Make sure to follow for more upcycled fashion.
I'm having a Tangled-themed wedding in October this year, so I decided to do some personal touches with my outfit. So I decided to paint my shoes because I feel like Rapunzel would be one to paint and customize her own wedding shoes. The things from Tangled that I did want to definitely incorporate in my shoes were the sun symbol, my favorite Rapunzel quote, and of course, the lantern scene. I'm so grateful my wedding's still gonna happen. It's gonna be the best day ever.
me, I put a face on